back to the podcast, episode 21. 21. 20 last week, 21 this week. We back. International Walt in the house.
Your girl Tosh, the hostess, co-hostess with the mostest. My bad. I don't want no smoke. I don't want that smoke.
That's cool, as long as you corrected it. We back, y'all. Episode 21. How y'all doing?
How you doing?
I'm good. We out here chilling.
You need some lotion?
No, I don't need no goddamn lotion. This is we're doing a podcast right now.
I'm sorry.
You don't need lotion.
I'm sorry.
You're like Buffalo Bill. You rub the lotion on the skin. How y'all doing out there? Episode 21. We back. Good to be here.
It's good to be back. How did y'all like our intro?
So we
hitting the beats when y'all need a beat, hit us up.
we're making beats now.
We making beats.
Hopefully y'all enjoy our dope ass intro because we enjoy it. So we love it. We also got a movie coming out.
We're gonna drop the trailer for him.
Yeah.
We did out. 2 movies.
Yeah, so we filmed 2 movies. We got trailers coming out back to back for those.
One is like Indiana Jones kind of.
And one's like a serious, like, just wait till these trailers drop. You're gonna be like, damn, that movie tight. So yeah, coming to a theater near y'all. But we just back here. We love episode 20 last week. We like how that went.
Yeah, episode 20 was a good thing.
It's a big celebration. What was your wows and woos?
So my wow was, in honor of episode 20, it was a big thing. For us, I am extremely proud of you. So I treated my baby to a little not a weekend away, but a spa day and then a night away. And we saw a comedy show, but just spending time together. Like, we do things with our family and stuff, and we enjoy that too. But
not that much so.
we enjoy just kicking it, like just it being us, and it
anywhere, anytime.
Like literally, anything. We be doing stuff sometimes or be in places like nobody would. If we had to give somebody 10 guesses, they wouldn't believe we were right here, corner. Right now, on this corner doing this, whatever this may be. But
on that day,
just being with each other, spending time together, adding to our bank of memories. In this Act 2 phase of our life, thank God we're able to travel. COVID permitting and God willing, we're able to travel anywhere that we want. Passports required, and we can do all that. But
vaccination required.
We can do all that. But one thing that we grew to enjoy. That's why God doesn't work in mysterious ways. All God's ways are connected. One of the things that we grew to enjoy from early on in our life is road trips and just being together, because that was our only choice then. We ain't stay still. We went on
16 vacations on the road.
16? I thought it was more like 19. But nevertheless, we took a lot of vacations, and even between vacations, a lot of weekend trips. Here we done been in Niagara Falls. Like, we done been everywhere driving. Nevertheless, that's always been one of our favorite things to do. So this little road trip was good. It was fun. It was just spending time together, making sure you enjoyed yourself. You do anything for me, even if you fuss and complain and say no, you end up doing it most of the time. And just being able to do something for you and see you truly enjoy yourself. That was my wow. So I really enjoyed being able to reciprocate the nice things. You don't always let me, you rarely let me pay for stuff, which I ain't complaining. So just being able to do stuff for you, that was my wow. I enjoyed that.
What about your woe? Anything down?
My woe? Let me tell y'all, COVID is still real. And, some family that I love them dearly, like a whole family of them, sick. I love that. That's my peoples, and I love them. They're getting better. They're well. Thank God it's not anything fatal. But y'all really got to be careful out here. Still, not saying they weren't being careful, but I'm just saying, people just have to stay vigilant. restrictions are being lifted. You can go in stores without masks. We ain't telling nobody what to do, but we're keeping our mask on. While we were away, we went to New York. We went to, treated him to a comedy show, and vaccinations required. This particular show, you had to be vaccinated. Then we just recently got a vaccination, an invitation to another event, and the host said mask and vaccinations required. So that really, and I ain't mad at people. Like, yes, I know all the rhetoric. You can still get COVID and vaccinations don't save you and blah, 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 blah. I hear all that. And y'all know when we talked about it before, I wasn't a 100% advocate for the vaccination, but I am a 100% advocate for not dying and doing whatever it is that I can do to protect myself. And hey, guess what? If they say it ain't no guarantee, I know it's no guarantees, but
it's a guarantee you won't die.
I'm with it.
You get sick real bad, but you won't die.
So that was just my knowing that people that I love and care about were really sick. I was worried, but they are now back on the upside of getting better. But I just caution people, y'all do what y'all want. Y'all take your mask off. Y'all go where y'all want. Y'all gather. We are still being vigilant. We want to enjoy life, but we want to do it cautiously. So that was my just, them being sick. But I'm happy that they're on the upside now.
I can't say their names?
No, that might be a HIPAA violation. Okay. And because
shouts out to y'all though. Y'all know who y'all are.
Yeah, they didn't post about it, so I don't want to just put.
I'm glad I asked you that because I was gonna say that.
I know.
But yeah, shouts out to y'all. Hope y'all get better. Be well. Try to be more vigilant.
Vigilant. Or diligent.
I tried to.
You said
vigilant.
Yeah.
Fuck that up. Be more
diligent
and vigilant
yes
in the operation in which you move. So just get healthy. Yeah, shouts out
we
to
love y'all. Yeah. What was your wow and woe? What was your wow?
My wow, I had a couple of them. I had two. My wow was being in New York after 18 months and having my baby treat me to something. She buys herself a lot of stuff, and not till we just recently got married till she started buying me stuff and thinking about me. So it's good to be thought about, and I enjoyed every bit of it. I enjoyed the day spa. I didn't enjoy the feet. Everybody's feet out.
Oh God!
I don't like that.
We went to this awesome day spa. It was like some first world luxury stuff.
Yeah, it's like 6 floors of niceness.
Luxuriating.
Yeah, of niceness, rubs and saunas and
100-degree baths.
Yeah, outside pools, but it was a barefoot facility. Nah.
He hates strangers' feet.
Yeah. So
especially men.
That was cool. Yeah, hanging out in New York. Just getting the vibe back from up there. We love New York.
Yes, that's
but it was definitely a hot spot, and it was pretty cool to watch the rats from the balcony.
Oh.
It's always a reminder of where you are anywhere in New York. When nighttime hit, they about to split.
And I can't even talk about it. That is my biggest phobia, and I can't talk about it.
So that was my one wow. Okay. My second wow was my daughter moved into her apartment yesterday on the 1st.
Woo!
And shouts
I feel
out
like
to
I need
Jada.
a maraca.
Shouts out to Jada. Just happy for her. It's her first place.
That's big.
Yeah, and I'm just happy for her. Talked to her yesterday, and she was making her Walmart runs, getting her stuff. Like, we know what that's like. Mm-hmm. So just happy for her. I'm happy for this new chapter in her life to be responsible for something that's hers. And I hope she does well with it. Good luck with it, baby girl. So shouts out to Jada.
Yeah, shouts out. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats to you, baby.
What was your woe?
My woe was being at work alone yesterday. I was really sad. It really bothered me. I couldn't make no video, no nothing. It was just, I was bummed out.
It's weird because in this new act 2 of your life, I'm starting, it's weird after 20 years, I'm still learning you. Like I know before it was for a purpose. for your own protection, you were more isolated.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you've like shed that skin, shed that shell, and you're 43 but still growing, and I'm not gonna say still, you're finally able.
What's all my age?
You're 43. Pop, chill. You just called me an old lady baby. But you're finally continuing your evolution, because your evolution was stunted because of your situation. And again, it was purposeful in order to protect yourself. And now it's like I'm seeing parts of you that I hadn't seen before. That I kind of knew was there, but I hadn't really had a chance to see. And I know even our loved ones that really think they know you haven't seen that, because you being such a stone face, isolated person, you really are like a friendly person. You are.
So
I
that
love
was
it.
my God. Be quiet. That was my was just being at work by myself yesterday. I really wanted to stay home yesterday, but I didn't want to leave no money on the table. I showed up like I do all the time, and I just hated being there yesterday. It was a long day. I was fucking lonely. I didn't have my voice till I came home.
Oh, you talked to me.
Oh yeah, I did. So I heard it then, and then I heard it when I came home.
Yeah. Well, I kind of feel like this. Well, normally I have 9,000 calls, but those days when I don't have a lot of calls, I'll be so excited when you come home. I love working from home. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes it is like that. But I would have made it worth your while if you would have stayed home with me.
Of course you would have. You'd have asked me if I wanted lotion again. Buffalo Bill over here, old lady baby with the lotion. This is my old lady baby, in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I had wasn't a heavy, but it wasn't funny. It wasn't fun, like a show plan. But we could piggyback on that next week and put you on the spot now. Because she had, in celebration of 21st show, you know what?
So, welcome to season 2 of Act 2 the podcast. It's not season 2, but okay, so we did the first 20 episodes.
And this is 21. There's no seasons.
Let me finish. I know there's no seasons. It was a joke. Ha ha. Adding some levity here.
We was laughing, though. We didn't need any.
It was, the first 20 episodes were awesome. We talked about a lot. And I talked a lot. Like you mentioned on episode 20. I talk a lot. When we talk, we talk. So what I wanted to do.
How's that sound? How's that feel when you say that?
When we talk, we talk.
Like I talk a lot.
I know that I do, but that's because I enjoy who I'm talking with. Okay.
Yeah.
So, in celebration of episode 21, as we continue on this journey, I thought it would be a good idea to do 21 questions, just to give people an opportunity to learn more about you. Not too serious, but some thought-provoking questions. He doesn't know what the questions is. One thing I learned, I will post show ideas sometimes, but I know not to force it on him. Just spoon feed him a little bit. If he likes it, he likes it. If he doesn't, that's fine. The show goes on because it's his show. All right, so your answers can be as long or short as you like, as detailed as you like, but here we go. So, 3 words you would say to your 13-year-old self.
Don't get married.
Wow. Ain't that something? Let's keep going. That stung a little bit, but that's all right. So if you had any other job in the world, if you could do any other job in the world other than what you do, what would it be?
I'm going to be a firefighter.
Okay. What was the thought behind your daughter's name?
Jada Pinkett.
So you named her Jada after Jada Pinkett?
Just didn't want to spell it that way.
Okay. If you had to request your last meal, what would that be?
My last meal would be steak, baked potato.
I said no vegetables, just steak and baked potato.
Yep.
Okay. How would you like your steak cooked?
Medium.
Oscar topping.
Yes.
What would you like on your baked potato?
Salt, pepper, butter, and chops.
Okay. Prince or MJ?
MJ. You're rolling through these. You're gonna get through that quick.
All right, but I mean,
right.
It's 21 questions. I said the answers could be as long as short as you want. What is your proudest achievement to date?
You.
But you told your 13-year-old self not to get married.
They knew that shit was gonna come back up. Like,
I'm just saying.
But it was a joke. Jesus Christ. You add some levity. Ha ha ha.
Okay. If there was one artist, not particularly one song, but one artist that you had to listen to forever, who would it be? Really?
Yep.
So you would never feel like you needed no slower pace, or it would just be rap music forever?
He has 13 albums, so there's slow paced songs. Everything isn't fast paced. I think you know him as a rapper, so
definitely.
you don't think that he's a fast paced rapper. He's
I guess
has slower songs.
I guess me saying fast paced meaning like R&B versus rap. Like, okay, I'm not surprised, but I don't know. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
You are an early riser. When we were in Jamaica, he was on the beach at like 7:00 in the morning talking to strangers.
Yeah, but I mean, sunrise just means God woke me up that morning, so I get to see another day.
Sunset means you made it through the day too.
Yeah, but I wouldn't make it through if I didn't wake up.
So it's like a chicken and an egg.
No, it's a day and a day.
Wait, you got some beef? You all right?
No, I'm straight.
Okay.
You sound like you got beef.
What is your favorite sound?
People laughing.
I like that.
Yeah, people laughing is a great sound.
Okay. So we know one of the big conversations for, well, quite some time, but as of late it's been growing, reparations. If you had to make the decision as to how reparations would be made, what would you determine is the best plan to issue, pay, distribute, whatever the word is, to reparations?
What would be the best way to pay reparations to black folks? Like a economic stimulus package. whether it be free college tuition. Let me think. Oh, that's a question. All right, so free college tuition, it should be like an economic stimulus package where if you do get money, it's strictly for housing, shit like that. Not to just get a lump sum of money, go blow it, and then 5 years later you looking for reparations again because shit ain't equaled out in your life. So if it's some type of reparations to be paid, then it should be in an economic stimulus package where descendants of people who were slaves, because I don't think all black people should get reparations, but the descendants of slaves should. So it should be a certain package where you can get, actually I think you should have free health care, you should have free tuition, and a package towards housing and stuff like that.
Okay. So those are
I'd rather take those things than a lump sum of money.
Yeah, and those are things that can help you elevate in life.
Yeah, you can help your life progress a little bit, whether it's the situation that you're living in, or your education, or your health situation. You might have health problems that's your bills is sky high because of that. So you may have to pay for $700 pill medicine. You shouldn't have to if reparations is due and you're a descendant of slaves.
Okay. What is your least favorite meal?
Meatloaf, turkey wings. They're right up there, the same. Yeah, meatloaf and probably turkey. Oh, stewed chicken is probably number one. But 1, 2, and 3, like 1A, 1B, and 1C, they all.
You used to like meatloaf.
No, stewed chicken, meatloaf, and turkey wings. Like,
But that's not a meal. So that, like, if you had to say, like, okay, so it would be like stewed chicken, rice, and like peas.
fucking peas, no peas. I don't peas at all. But stewed chicken and rice, no good. Meatloaf and rice, no good. And goddamn oven turkey wings, no good.
Oh God.
We want to eat the veins of the bird.
Hot dogs or hamburgers?
Hamburgers.
If you had to create your favorite gourmet hamburger, what would be on it?
Lettuce, onions, pickles, salt, pepper, ketchup.
So complex. What is your favorite fruit?
Orange. You know that, though.
Okay, but the people might not have known that.
I like oranges, y'all. Cuties, to be exact. The little tangerine fuckers, the little clementines. Not tangerine, yeah, little clementines.
If you were a crayon, what color would you be?
Blue. Cobalt.
I was not expecting that.
Why?
I don't know.
See, you don't know me.
I thought you were going to say, like, Hershey Kisses brown or something.
Why would I say that?
Because you look like a Hershey Kiss.
That's some female stuff.
Yeah.
I'd be Hershey Kiss brown. I don't think no man ever says something in himself in Hershey Kiss.
Like, that's chocolate.
Yeah, but he wouldn't describe himself as a Hershey Kiss.
Oh, okay. All right, so cobalt blue. What is your favorite word?
Favorite word? Love.
Your least favorite word?
Hate.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's simple, right?
It is. I'm just...
Yeah. I love love. I love to be in love. And I hate when I feel hate.
Okay.
I hate when I hate somebody.
Wow.
It doesn't feel good. Sometimes it's warranted. It could be necessary. But I don't necessarily like how it makes me feel.
So it's your least favorite word because it's your least favorite feeling.
Yes.
Okay. So would you rather go back to being 6 years old with all of the knowledge that you've acquired up until this point? Or would you rather be 60 years old with $1 million?
Go back. Yeah, like you can't get back. So 60, I could die the next fucking day with $1 million. Could die when I sign the check at 60. I'm 60. Shit, the ticker could go. So yeah, I'd rather be. You said 6.
6 years old.
Yeah, 6 years old with my knowledge now. Yup.
You would be like a grown little man.
Like a midget.
Yeah.
But
a little person.
That's right. I'm sorry. Little people. That's gonna be hard for you too.
You said it. I'm not editing it out. You said it.
What else you got?
I thought you finished your answer.
What was I saying?
I said you would be like a grown little man, and you said like a little person.
Yeah, like a midget. I would be a small man.
You are unbelievable. You are something else. If you were a teacher, what grade would you want to teach and why? And meaning from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, which grade would you want to teach and why?
8th grade. 7th or 8th grade. Because it's preparation for high school. I don't like, it's going to sound weird. I'm going to try to word this right. I don't like always interacting with tiny kids. But older kids who talk back and have something to say, I love interacting with them. So I would want to teach 7th and 8th graders to, get prepared for high school, 9th grade, stuff like that. So I wouldn't just say 8th, but I would say like 7th and 8th. So 13, 14.
So you feel like that's the most integral years in your schooling, like that transition between middle school to high school?
It was for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was for me. School and people just was different once I got to high school. The environment just was different. Whether it be the schoolwork, the people, the shit you saw. You forget I went to Gratz in the 90s, so it was like East Side fucking high.
So you think there could have been some intervention that could have helped keep you on the right track? Maybe if your 7th or 8th grade experience was different?
My 7th and 8th grade experience, I was in EW Rhodes, yeah, because I got suspended out of Rhodes. No, I was in Fitzsimons. 7th grade, I was in Delta House. 8th grade, I was in Beta House. So yeah, I was in Fitzsimons. Like, I was buck wild, running wild, loose.
So you do think that do you think a male or female teacher, or it didn't matter, could have had an impact on you?
A female teacher, I probably would have wanted to do it to him.
Oh my God.
But yeah, a female teacher. She would have had to be, well, if she was ugly, I wouldn't have wanted to be around her. Yeah.
What if she was just really powerful and impactful on your life?
I remember a teacher when I was younger named Mrs. Beasley. I don't remember her first name. She was a black lady, and I always listened to her when she had something to say. Although I used to play around and curse and joke and not listen, when I knew she was serious, I listened to her.
Okay.
So she always had something good to say and not like demeaning. I like the teachers that saw something in you and not just brushed you off.
That's good.
So yeah, I do answer your question. I do think that if there was somebody there at that age, I probably wouldn't be sitting here.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. I've heard people say before that 7th grade was one of the most integral years because, you go to middle school and it's usually 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
In 7th grade, that's when you, like, how they say teens start to smell themselves because you're older than the 6th graders, but you're trying to show off to prove to the 8th graders, you're their equal because you're not quite there yet. So I've heard that year was like a really pivotal year. So, okay. Dinner table is set for 6 guests. You, 4-course meal. You're number 1. Who are
4-course or full course?
4-course meal.
So we get the salad,
appetizer, salad, meal, dessert. You are seated at the head of the table. Who are your 5 guests?
Dead, alive?
Dead or alive, and why?
Wow. Each one I gotta give a why?
Yeah, maybe long or short, but yeah, why? Why are you selecting that dinner guest?
Jay. Because I just fuck with him. It's a soundtrack to my life. So I would want to talk to him. B would have her there. Want to talk to her. Malcolm. I'd want to talk to Malcolm. Jesus. Since we're being hypothetical with guests, I'd want to, see what Jesus looked like, number 1. And, talk some, I don't want to say talk some shit, but, just shoot the breeze with Jesus.
So there's J, B, Malcolm, Jesus. You got room for one more.
One more. How about you, babe? I would invite you.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I would invite you.
Oh, that would be nice. So me and you J&B, Malcolm and Jesus. Ain't that a dinner? What
And we're going to talk this shit through.
So if you had to plan the meal, what's our appetizer?
If I had to plan the meal, our appetizers would be those devil eggs with the shrimp on them. The cracker and steak 48.
All right.
So Jesus, get some steak 48 up in them.
And with our salad, I know, Caesar salad.
Caesar salad.
But we've had a lot of Caesar salad, so we kind of named ourselves Caesar salad connoisseurs.
We would have the Caesar salad from that pizza place that had the bland-ass pizza.
Oh, down Northern
Caesar
Liberties.
Was off the chain.
Don't remember the name. The pizza looked and smelled delicious. It tasted like nothing.
Yep, you might as well eat this.
Yes, like literally, it was like, is it food in front of us? Because we bit it. If you ever ate pizza and be like, where's the salt and pepper?
Northern Liberties, it kind of made sense. Like, gentrification, white folks, the seasoning.
They ain't put no salt on the pizza.
No oregano, no nothing.
It was literally
they ain't put any ingredients. Like,
it wasn't in the sauce. No, it wasn't on the cheese. It wasn't in the dough.
Nope.
But the Caesar salad was good. Okay, and what would our meal be?
Our meal would be steak.
Our meal.
Oh, steak, baked potato, and asparagus.
And what would our dessert be? Cheesecake. I knew you was going to say that. With the strawberry sauce.
Yeah, the red sauce and the graham cracker crust.
Yes, gotta have the graham cracker crust.
Fuck that cheesecake with no graham cracker crust. Yeah, gotta have the graham cracker crust.
Okay. If you were president tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
What would be the first major decision that you would make and why?
I wouldn't want to be president, babe.
But you are. Tomorrow you're president.
Fuck, man. President? Like
Thursday, June 3rd, 2021, Walter is president.
Fuck, president. I would... I would stop political parties. I would wipe that shit out. There would be no more Green Party, Democratic, Republican, Independent. There would be none of that shit. There would be no parties. That's what I would do. Then I would go from there.
Wow. Okay.
And why? Because the whole pack mentality thing. Like, people on the left don't listen to shit that people on the right have to say just because they're on the left. Like, it's a rule to them not to listen. And the same people on the right have the same rule. Just because you're on the left, don't listen to them, even if the points are valid. So, because of parties, motherfuckers can't talk, can't have conversations. So I would eliminate parties. Okay. So you can't be a Republican, you can't be a Democrat. You can just be on the side of right or on the side of wrong. Or
you would just make a decision based on how you feel.
Yeah, on these individual issues, but it wouldn't be no group pack mentality like we're the Republicans, we're the Green Party, we're the this, we're the that, or I'm conservative. It would be none of that.
Okay. Last question.
Ooh.
If I brought a genie in a bottle and you have one wish, what would it be?
A genie in a bottle and I had one wish, what would it be? I would give my wish to somebody who needed it.
So you wouldn't have a wish?
I would ask if I could use my wish for somebody else.
Wow.
So that would be my wish.
To give your wish to somebody else.
Who needs it more than I do.
You kind of cheated a little bit, but that's noble.
How I cheat?
Because you didn't tell me what your wish would be, but your wish would be to give your wish to somebody else.
Hey, Genie, can I use my wish on another person?
So I wish I could give my wish to somebody else?
Yes, that's my wish.
Okay, that's very noble of you. High and noble.
What don't you understand about that?
No, I understood. It just didn't. It was unexpected, but that's pretty noble. I respect that.
Did you get what you wanted out of your questions?
It wasn't so much what I wanted. I just wanted to kind of pick your brain a little bit.
So you didn't learn anything?
I know you.
Did that strictly for the people?
I know you.
You don't.
Okay.
No, you don't.
All right, so that was just my segment of the show, 21 questions. Hope y'all learned a little bit about him. But what you got for us today? Oh, he got notes. He did some homework.
I just had a few things I jotted down. Everything got to be so, well, she's getting better at, but she thinks everything has to be so structured. 21 questions. Okay. I'm going to ask you a few questions. This might be heavy, and you can ask this, you could answer this. What are 3 things sitting here right now that you would despise of you?
Wow. 3 things I would despise is
and
such.
We're living our truths here. We're being transparent. It's not 30 things. It's just 3.
Right. Despise is just such a
It's
harsh
a strong word, but I used it on purpose.
Okay. I despise my procrastination. I despise my lack of consistency.
Wow. We are living our truths here today.
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying, I thought it would have been, I thought I was going to get some bullshit and I wasn't going to say nothing because the cameras was on, but I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm not getting bullshit. This sounds legit. So go ahead.
So are these things that you despise about me too?
The question isn't for me. I was just saying I thought it would be some bullshit. I was kind of going to, I wasn't going to side eye the camera and blow you up. I was just going to be like, okay, maybe she don't feel comfortable in saying that.
Nah, I don't.
But just the first 2.
Yeah. So my the fact that I am such a procrastinator, my lack of consistency, and I think I would say, 3 things. Let me see. Well, I'm getting a little better there, so I would say, I don't know. I had to think about the third.
Come on now, snap. 1, 2, 3.
One.
So we can move off the negative.
Yeah. I would probably say the fact that I'm so hard on myself. Like, I'm really hard on myself, and I'm unfair to my. Yeah, I'm unfair to myself.
You're mean to yourself.
Yeah, I can be.
You're not a good friend to you.
I can be not a good friend to me. That's so harsh. I don't hurt myself.
You're not a good friend to you.
But sometimes
you're mean to yourself.
Sometimes I show myself tougher love than I should. I need to extend more grace to myself. Yeah, so I would say those 3 things.
Okay.
Are you taking notes here? We matched today too. All right,
going to something positive. What are 3 things you love about you?
I love that I allow God to lead my life. So that I love about myself. I love my ability to love others. And I love my sense of humor. I am so funny.
Tell me a joke.
You heard about the rabbit in the hole?
Oh my God. Stop. They ran in it. That's a fucking joke. It ran in it.
You heard the one about pizza?
What's about pizza?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's cheesy.
You stole my joke. This could be not a long answer, but an elaborate. What do you think?
Can I tell you, my stomach hurts a little bit. You made me a little nervous leading into these questions. I didn't know where you were going, but go ahead.
What? I had 3 negative things. We got off that.
I'm with it.
You were honest.
Yeah.
Which we could appreciate, people. She was honest. I'll give y'all that because I would tell y'all if she wasn't. And
so you would put my business out there?
No, I would just look at the camera like.
Okay.
Like give a side eye to let them know like this her word, bull crap. What do you think the next 10 years of your life looks like?
What do I think they look like? I think they look completely different than the previous 10. And that sounds so vague, but I'll tell you why. Because I think that along with this Act 2, this new chapter in our life, it has been whatever I imagine it to be, it doesn't look like that, and in a good way. Like, you know, our life has been our life together for 20 years, and the freedoms and the chains that have been broken and the freedoms that have been allowed for us, in our minds, we could have just thought like, okay, everything is kind of going to be the same, but it really isn't. Like, things have really changed, and maybe from the outside looking in, to others they may have not, but we know from the inside looking in, we know how much they've changed. So it sounds really vague to say look completely different, but I mean that in all aspects. I'm learning so much about myself. You're learning so much about you, and that's interchanging and helping us to learn a lot about each other and grow together. Being together for 20 years and being married for the last 6 months again has been really eye-opening in a lot of good ways. So I see a lot of growth and maturity in myself, just in the last 6 months, and finding this sense of peace that I have. It ain't where it needs to be completely, but gradually, mentally, I'm just becoming so much more comfortable in a different mindset than I used to have.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm being therapized here. Like, you are taking a lot of notes. But yeah, so I just feel like it's going to be filled with peace, adventure, love, and just some new revelations about myself.
Okay. This might get heavy. Are you at peace when you don't get what you want?
Not all the time, but I'm learning to be. And like we said, I'm learning what hills to die on, what hills to decide I'm okay with not getting those things, learning how to compartmentalize what's truly important, because you figure we ask for something almost every moment. We ask for something all throughout the day in our lives, whether it's what we want to eat, what we want to drink, it's just always decisions being made, and those decisions may not always play in our favor. And I am learning more how not to, it used to bother me extremely when I didn't get my way. And it could be the simplest of things. Like, it just be like you used to always say, you always got a plan in your head of how you want things to be, or how you plan things to happen. And if they don't happen that way, then it's just like your world is upside down. And I really used to feel like that, but I'm becoming so much more at peace of not having that control. And it feels good. Like, it is what it is. Like, even with the 21 questions, I posed the idea to you. If you didn't like it, okay. But, probably if this was us 6 months ago doing this, I probably would have been upset. Like, you don't like my idea. You don't want to do my show. And so I say that I'm gradually becoming more at peace with it than I used to be. Now, even with material things, like when we talk about shopping, like you say, I do a lot of shopping. And
hold on, let me since you brought that up, let me push back on that, since we live in our truths, because it made me feel uncomfortable, because again, I don't always want to tell you this is my show. Mm-hmm. But when I wanted to play the song because of 21 questions, you looked at me like something was wrong, like you did not want me to. Hold on, okay. I'm not finished. You can't do that. Whatever I want to do, I'm going to do. You just back it up and follow. Hold on, I'm not done. Okay. I'm not done. Okay. You just back it up and follow, and we'll talk about it later. But the way that you looked at me was almost like I don't know, like it made me feel like I was doing something that you were not in agreement with.
Let me tell you, I don't give a hell. I would love if we could play music all throughout. If we could have little tracks to boom, 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 drop them in when it's appropriate within the segment. But you know from experience that with the technology and the way that things are set up, that it doesn't allow for that. So I don't care about the song. I'm your number one fan. I don't want your show to be blocked or it to be like, oh, this episode can't be played
in the Ukraine and Russia.
But no, that was,
we had a song on before and it was blocked in the Ukraine and
it
Russia.
wasn't. It was blocked in Korea, Pakistan, and Iran. But that was that song. So we don't know what the ramifications. We don't know what the ramifications are going to be. First of all, are we really doing this in front of the people? But that's fine.
What?
We can
Doing what?
just having this.
Just living a truth
No,
here.
because I feel like you was calling me out. Like, what's up?
I was kind of calling you out. I was pushing back on what you were saying when you said, okay, I'm learning to have control. And I was just letting you know in that instance, you made me feel that way.
Okay, so you misread. So I'm happy that you communicated it because I felt the tension. You misread. I would love if we could play music. I would love if, there weren't copyright laws and all that kind of thing. Not saying like play music throughout, but how we did the first time when it was music at the beginning, or maybe even if we could have implemented music in the intro, or maybe if somewhere, if it was appropriate, like you did. But my only thought was, oh my God, like I don't want it to get blocked. So it was more so from I went into producer mode.
That's where you come in at, because you fix that. You mute that if necessary, and if not necessarily, you let it go.
So now that's you think I'm like Swiss Beats on here, knowing how to mute stuff in the middle of the episode? I'll figure it out.
I'm about to say now.
I'll figure it out.
You're doing this in front of the people because all you have to do is just do it.
But you see my struggles, and you know that it's not always that simple.
I didn't say
I'll
it was
figure
simple.
it out.
I didn't say it was simple,
Guess what?
babe.
Anything for the show, I will figure it out.
I didn't say it was simple. I just said that's what your job is.
You want to play a song? Let's play a song.
No, but when I do play a song, you're supposed to dance. You're supposed to bop with me. You're not supposed to look like, what are you doing?
Because I thought you be getting high. You be forgetting stuff.
I don't forget nothing on my show.
I don't care about the song. So that wasn't it. Like, oh my God, he playing a song and I don't want him to play a song.
No,
it was like, oh my goodness,
you're
like,
not listening to me.
Yeah,
it wasn't about the song. It was about
the decision that you made.
Yeah, you thinking, oh, I got to do something extra because he playing this song.
No, it was just when you said, "Oh, can't you just
I want to stand up and backflip, you just move the table and let me do a backflip. And if I get knocked out, you finish the show without me.
So I'm just supposed to allow you to make decisions knowing the ramifications
you
hurt you.
You just sat here and said you don't know the ramifications. So now all of a sudden, 30 seconds later, don't say you do.
If you backflip, I know you ain't gonna make it back up.
Well, I never did a backflip, but I played a song before. And it was going in the Ukraine and Pakistan.
And Iran. And that episode can't, but we might have people that would enjoy your show in Iran and then they can't see it because you played the song.
We really sitting here talking about people in Iran.
But they may have enjoyed it.
We're really sitting here talking about people in Iran.
They might have an act two and learn something from your life experiences.
I understand that, but are we really talking about people in Iran? That's what you're going to, the basis you're going to go with.
That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Y'all hear this bull crap? Oh my God.
He don't understand that I have his best interest at heart at all times.
But after I do what I do, then you say, okay, this can't be done. We have to punt. Then we punt. But until then, you follow the lead.
I respect it.
All right? Give me some sugar. I fucking love her.
So that's why you had a little attitude earlier?
A little bit.
I felt it.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, we cool now.
I wanted you to feel it though, because you don't do that.
So let me ask you this again.
What
3 questions would you tell your 13-year-old self?
You said 3 words.
What 3 words would you tell your 13-year-old self? Because I ain't letting it go.
I love Tasha.
All right. You will not get any lotion tonight.
Give me 5 or more And when I say more, you can add 5 more. So 10 at the most. Bucket list items.
Ooh. I want to visit every state in the United States. I want to visit every continent, maybe excluding Antarctica, because I don't know.
And that's not every.
Okay, I want to visit all of the continents except Antarctica. Wow, that's pretty.
Come on, babe, bucket that shit.
I guess a lot of my bucket list items revolve around travel. But so outside of traveling,
it could be whatever you want.
I know,
They're your bucket list
I
before you
have to
croak.
think.
So it don't gotta be outside of traveling. It could be whatever you want them to be.
No, what I'm saying is a lot of mine are about travel. So I'm trying to think of some other things that I do want that are on my bucket list. Some big, some small. I do want us to attain an income property. So that is an item there. I want to fill up my passport book with stamps.
Okay, but we're gonna get like 3 or 4 passports. So I understand you want to fill up 1, but you want to fill up 2 and 3 and 4.
Well, I mean, it takes a lot to fill up the first book. I'm just saying, I want to fill up the first book. That's my first. Then I'll move on to the second. Are these my bucket list items or yours?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Is this still some tension or something?
No, I have no tension.
Okay.
I never had any tension. You had the beef.
But it's almost like you
need
got
a bun with
you
that
got
burger?
some get back or something. Like,
You need a bun with that burger?
just tighten up.
I ain't have no beef with
For
you,
real.
Daddy.
Tighten the fuck up.
Dag, some other bucket list
You only got
items.
3.
And you said 5?
I said
5
10, but you
or-
ain't gonna make it to 10.
No, I'm not going to make it to 10. Because,
So
know,
2 more.
is making it to heaven a bucket list item?
No.
No, it's like the end, the bucket is tipped over, you kick the bucket. Is that where kick the bucket comes from?
Nope.
Oh, okay. 2 more items. It's a financial goal. I don't really want to put our business out there like that, but it's a bit of, reaching a financial savings goal for us. Is a bucket list item.
Okay. That sounds a little like you cheated, but go ahead. Who doesn't want to prosper?
Well, I mean, but different people, goals may vary for different people. I would like to accomplish our entrepreneurial endeavors outside of the income property. We talked about other entrepreneurial endeavors in terms of like 1026 event space and that kind of thing. So just achieving some type of or making some type of entrepreneurial accomplishment.
So that's your 5?
That's my 5 that I can think of for right now. What, you say like that was a bad 5?
No, it was pretty good. It
was difficult to think of.
Yeah, I thought you would have been firing them off like pow, 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 pow.
Not really.
Wow, this can get tricky here. What time is it?
We got time.
Oh shit, we got time? I don't think I've ever asked you this either. If I was to interview an ex of yours, what would they say about you?
I don't have no exes.
Good girl. Good fucking girl. Good girl.
I don't have no exes.
Because them pretty eyes turn to black eyes. It's like, no.
That I definitely ain't scared of. I don't have no exes.
Yeah, okay. Do you think you can truly have a white friend?
I think so. I mean, for myself, no, because at this point in my life, like, where would I meet a white friend and truly develop a real strong bond that where I would consider them a friend, not just an associate or an acquaintance. But I do think that a black person and a white person can be friends. Me personally, I think I could if I knew, like if I was in an environment to meet a person.
Hypothetically, if the stars aligned,
Yeah, I think
you
so.
can have a white friend.
I believe that I could.
You're putting all these circumstances around it. Just
Yes.
you could. Okay, that's
Do you think you could?
Yeah.
You do. You did. You do. I don't know.
I thought.
You thought. Yeah.
I kind of. Yeah.
But you know what I learned? Sometimes we're more for. We are more of a. We may be a friend to somebody. Or we may consider somebody a friend and doesn't consider us a friend.
Right.
So.
And I've learned not to expect me from you.
Right, from other people, yeah. So just because you looked at somebody as a friend to you, they might have been like, that ain't, my friend. That's just an associate.
That hurts a little bit.
It can. It definitely can. I mean, because you want reciprocity. So, I mean, it definitely can.
Especially if you thought of somebody or have, spoken intimately with them about personal things. And yet, it's like, damn, what the fuck do it take for you to think to think I'm your friend? Like, what the fuck? Like, what do we got to do? Like, what's your standard to be like, okay,
right,
now
that's
we're friends?
My friend, right.
Like, holy shit.
Some people, do you believe that, when people say, like, day one friends, like, do you believe that there's a time frame? Because I have friends who I've known since I was 5, and I have friends that I've known for 5 years, and I consider them friends. Now, I have associates that fall into those categories too, but I do have people in my life that I would consider a friend that I've known for 5 years, and I have people that I've known since I was 5 years old, so that would be 35 years. Do you think there's a time frame that's required for friendship?
No, because it's not ideal, but in certain situations, this may be anomalies, but you can be friends with somebody for 5 years, depending on what part of your life you're in, and be friends with somebody for 35 years, and be closer to the friend that you've been only for 5 years with.
Mm-hmm.
But the friend you have for 35 years, y'all friends, but y'all not as close as your 5-year friend, just because of the space and time you were at in your life.
Right. Friendships ebb and flow, yeah.
Just because you knew that person since you were 5 and now you're 40 doesn't mean that they know all the intimate things about you.
Right. Right.
And a friend that you met and was friends with 5 or 8 years, it could have just been a point in your life where they know a lot about you, like intimate personal things about you, like a friend.
Right.
Or been through some stuff with you where you consider them friend family.
Right. And people,
that 35-year friend you might have speak to periodically, hey, what's up, what's going on, just checking on each other, but y'all not like this.
And people friend differently. I recently had a conversation, and in the conversation it was said, like, a measure of a friendship, if you don't go over somebody's house and y'all don't go out often and y'all aren't visiting each other, are y'all really friends? And I thought, in having this conversation, I was explaining that in life, like, when you reach a certain stage in life and you have a spouse or children, and you're working, you have things going on,
mm-hmm.
just to go to somebody's house to just sit there just for GP when you have your own house, it just isn't ideal. Now, in some relationships, that may be the thing to do. It may be, I think it's one of those things that's maybe learned behavior. Like growing up, my mom didn't really she had a couple friends since like childhood, and they lived far away. So she didn't have girlfriends that came over and just sat and chilled, and she didn't go to people's houses like that. So maybe that's how I learned how how to interact with people. I do believe that the friendships that I do have, I nurture them in different ways, which I think marks the standard of my friendship. But it's just different how people measure friends. Like, I'm that friend that, I'm gonna show up and be there for you at the moments when it means the most. I may not be at every cookout, I may not be on the phone, every day, but the moments that mean the most in your life, whether it's a celebratory moment or a sad moment, like, that's when I feel that I show up and to really be a friend. But people measure friendships differently.
Yeah, I don't have any experience in that. Like, I don't know how to make friends. I don't have a lot of friends, and it gets weird to me, especially because I deal with men, and so it's weird to be. I don't know. Like, men have this machismo, not necessarily me, but I'm sure I have some, but men just have this machismo about. And it's different because I'm 43 and I only want to talk about certain things. I only want to discuss certain things. I don't want to hang out with people who don't want to talk about what I want to talk about. So I'm what you call it? Damn, I can't think of the word.
I don't know the word.
Delinquent.
You delinquent?
In the friend zone.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm delinquent there.
You got me.
That's cool. You good peoples. That's all I had. Did you have anything else?
No, I didn't have anything else. You answered my 21 questions. You let the people, inside you a little bit,
You got the beef out.
I ain't had no beef. You got your beef out.
Well, that's what I said. I got the beef out.
You said you got the beef out.
Yeah.
No, you got the beef out.
I just said that. I got the beef out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Twice I said it.
I'm sorry. I thought you said you got the beef out.
No, but there was some underlying.
I didn't have any underlying beef. You had beef with Minnie, and I'm happy that you communicated.
Well, we live our truths here, so I'm not letting the shit pass no more. And I don't want to be telling you this is my show because I want you sitting next to me, and I want your point of view. I want your opinion. It matters. It
was just a miscommunication.
I understand, and I love you.
Oh, I said it first. You want some lotion?
Act 2 the podcast, episode 21. Can't thank y'all enough for the likes, the comments, shares. I hope y'all dig the intro. We dig it. We shot some movies. We got trailers coming, so look out for that. Y'all gonna see us on the big screen. We got a lot of ideas. Well, I know I have a lot of ideas. I don't know about her head, but we haven't had any production meetings. But I have a lot of ideas for the next 20 episodes.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's exciting.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of new shit and, trying to brush up on my skills, trying to get better. Are you thinking that way too? You trying to get better?
I am. But I like the spontaneity of just not knowing, what the topics are going to be like. It keeps me on my toes.
Right.
Like, I don't want to have prepared answers and stuff like that.
No, I'm not talking about like that. I mean, like, you think your energy good and all that stuff?
I am who I am. I'm going to be who I'm going to be.
What's up with that?
Period.
You're not supposed to say that no more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Want me to edit that out too?
No, you don't have to edit it out.
But I am who I am. I'm going to be who I'm going to be. Dot. I can say that.
What that mean though? Like, so you like always on 6?
I mean, like, I'm not coming on here trying to portray a different personality. Like,
who said any?
I'm not saying that.
You always gotta take it to a stretch.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying this is me. Is this not me? Am I not energetic?
Yeah, you are. I was just asking you what you thought. You start going on about different personalities. Like, nobody was talking about different personalities. I was just asking you a fun, kind of jokingly question.
What was the question again? Repeat it again.
Do you think your energy is good?
I do.
That's all you had to say.
Yeah.
That's all she had to say. She started going
I
on.
felt like he was coming for me.
Personalities or something. Like, Every time you ask her a question, that's what she think. My neck is being checked. Like I'm be
I
guarding
felt
my
like
neck.
you was coming for me.
Am I allowed to ask you questions?
Of course.
Am I allowed to ask you whatever I want?
Of course.
Okay, that's what I was doing. You good?
I'm good.
What's
I'm
up,
always good.
Act 2 the podcast.
Wow, that punch was kind of
episode
hard.
21. We like, we just appreciate y'all. We love doing this. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. If you fuck with us, you fuck with us. If you don't, you should.